Do you know what every little man's dream is? Thick, juicy, vascular arms. And no, they're not for the ladies. It's to carry your mum's groceries all in one trip so you can get back to your rank games. So I'm gonna help you get to that diamond tier you always wanted. Today I'm gonna show you how I transform my stick arms into your favorite superheroes. And it's only gonna be 3 exercises. Whether you religiously use these 3 exercises or not, you're gonna be blown away on how insane it is for muscle growth. Especially the third one. Compared to your other muscles, your biceps are the most easy and simple to train. There's only ever one way your elbows can flex, and that's bringing your forearms towards your shoulders. You can never go wrong with working out your biceps. However, there's a few nuances you need to take into consideration when training them. You don't want any wrist injuries or even worse, bicep tears. At the beginning of every man's gym journey, we all wanted big arms. It's either that or big chest. We didn't care about any other muscles, especially legs. It was always, how big are your arms? Let me see your arms. Arm wrestle him, arm wrestle them. First time you meet a man, it's the arms you always notice first. Especially if you're going out to a party, you're in your t-shirt, nice chain, jeans. You want your arms to be popping out those armholes. And that's when the ladies and the men start to notice you. You know what they say? Bis for the bisexuals. Okay, so your first exercise is, as many of you may already know, bicep curls. There's a lot of variations of biceps you can do, and some are more effective than others. Standing curls, the most known, however not the most effective exercise for your biceps. When you're doing a bicep curl, standing up, hardest part of the movement is when your forearm is parallel with the floor. So that's when your arms are 90 degrees. The easiest is when your arms is hanging by your side. This is not optimal, but you can still build big bicep with this exercise. This is because you build the most muscle under tension in this most stretched position. If you think about how you stretch your bicep, it would be pulling your arms behind your body. Therefore, the most optimal way to build your bicep is a seated bicep curl. Angle the seat slightly back around 20 degrees, fix your elbows into your lats, and angle your arms 45 degrees away whilst doing a bicep curl. Therefore, at the bottom of the movement, your bicep will be stretched with a fairly decent load on it. Another variation you can do are the preacher curls on the seat. You could do this one-handed with the dumbbells, or you can do two-handed with the easy bar. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you, depending if you got time or not. I would say the first best option is the seated, then the second is on the preacher, and the third will be standing up. With all 3 of these exercises, you can decently build a massive bicep. I'm gonna share my sets and reps at the end of the video. But let's move on to the second movement, reverse bicep curls. Your biceps have 2 muscles, a long head and a short head. With the reverse bicep curls, you'll target the thickness of your bicep, so that'll be the short head, and it will work out on the thickness of your forearms as well. This one, I'll just do it standing up with the easy bar, slightly lean back a little bit, and anchor and fix your elbows onto your abs or your lats, and imagine pulling it up with your thumbs. With all of these bicep exercises I mentioned, you don't need to have the full range of motion past the 90 degrees, because when you go past 90 degrees, that's when the tension gets easier and easier until there's no tension at all. So I'll say focus on the bottom half of the rep and just take it slow and steady. You don't need heavy weight, because when you go heavy, that's when you start risking your wrist to injury. I remember at the start of my gym journey, I had this problem too. With ego lifting, and then my wrist would be injured for a good month or 2, and it'll even affect my other lifts as well. The pain you get on your wrist that runs down to your forearms, oh my god, you do not want that. I'm a fairly vascular thick arm guy, and I'm only doing maximum 12 kg dumbbells. So if you're someone who's bigger than me, like Goku, right, you can go above 12 kg, but if you're not, stay below 12. Use a weight where you can comfortably do around 10 to 12 reps. When I mean comfortably, I mean where your wrist can handle that weight, but your biceps, you still need to go till failure. Lastly, the third exercise, this is a controversial one, but build big, juicy, thick biceps, is to do chin-ups. That's right, I said it, chin-ups. You're probably thinking, no way, chin-ups works on your biceps. Let me tell you, it works. Have you ever watched the Olympics? All these male gymnasts with thick arms. The arms are huge, more huge than their legs. And do you know what they do to get those big arms? Always hanging on the bars, on the Olympic rings, doing chin-ups, pull-ups. I don't know what they do flips and that. So with this exercise, you can do it with weighted, with a belt, with your body weight, or you can do it on a lat pull down machine. Just grab a straight bar, reverse grip, and you can pull it normally down to your chin. However, if you want to optimize this movement, then point your chest to the sky, arch your back. When you're pulling the bar down, one cue I like to follow is, so when you're pulling down, you want to tap your wrist to the top of your chest. The reason why chin-ups are so good for your bicep is because with the bicep curls, when you're doing this movement, you can only feel it on the belly of the biceps towards your elbows. However, your biceps also attaches across your shoulders as well. So chin up will hit the upper bit of your bicep, right near your armpits. If you found this information useful, like the video and comment down below what you want to see next. And subscribe to your boy for gym EXP points. And obviously, when training your biceps, you train your back as well because it complements each other. So click here to view my top 3 exercises to get that demon back. I'll see you there.
Subscribe to now.